While shopping in the store, this detective suddenly realized that the kind-looking shop owner in front of him was very likely the fugitive he had been chasing for 10 years. To verify his suspicion, Jack did not alert the man. Instead, he pretended to be selecting a faucet in the shop and carefully wiped it clean with his clothes, trying to create a perfect surface for fingerprints. That way, the shop owner would leave his prints when handling it. Just when he thought he would successfully obtain the other's fingerprints, he found the shop owner was unusually cautious. The man actually placed the faucet directly into a bag. Jack was not one to give up easily. He pretended to be interested in another product on the shelf, and then casually placed the one in his hand on the counter. Unexpectedly, Jack's scheme worked. The shop owner instinctively put the faucet away afterward. Jack did not dare to waste a moment. He quickly took the collected item to the police station for fingerprinting. However, the technician said that besides Jack's own fingerprints, no other fingerprint information was extracted from the faucet. This result left Jack puzzled. He suddenly remembered that when the shop owner was packing, the fingerprints on his hands seemed to have been deliberately destroyed. This discovery did not discourage Jack. On the contrary, it finally eased his anxious mind. Why would an ordinary person destroy their own fingerprints? This was the most direct and powerful clue. It also indirectly confirmed all of Jack's speculations. This man was Carl, the murderer he had been pursuing for 10 years. Now, he no longer needed to search aimlessly like a headless fly. Instead, he considered how to meticulously plan the arrest. After the faucet incident, the vigilant Carl was convinced that Jack must be a police officer. He searched online for the old Ningzhou murder case from years ago and suddenly discovered that Jack, the officer who had killed his brother back then, had been released from prison 4 years earlier after serving his sentence. He also thought about the water delivery man who had been appearing frequently lately and realized it was the same person who had bought the faucet in his shop. He was almost certain that man was Jack. Intense fear instantly ignited his murderous intent. So, he pulled out the delivery slip Jack had left during a water delivery. Carl figured out the other's activity range, and a crazy plan formed in his mind. Just as he was about to leave to take action, he suddenly noticed that the garbage bag he had placed by the door had disappeared. The inexplicable disappearance of the garbage bag became the final trigger for Carl's complete breakdown. He searched everywhere like a frightened beast, completely unaware that Jack was upstairs in his building. After returning home, Jack immediately began searching through that garbage bag. He finally found 2 short strands of male hair. He promptly handed this crucial evidence to his colleague for DNA testing, unaware that danger was also quietly approaching. At that moment, the owner of the water delivery company relayed a special request to Jack. It turned out a customer had specifically requested Jack to deliver water. Upon hearing the detailed address, Jack froze on the spot. The address was precisely the murderer Carl's residence. Jack knew clearly this was not about delivering water. It was an invitation to a meeting, a deadly trap carefully arranged by Carl.